Moving on, with a series of strong military victories in Ukraine under his belt, Russian President Vladimir Putin is on the offensive. He has punched back hard at President Zelensky's "Putin will die" remark and prescribed a new administration for Ukraine and taken pot shots at Europe, calling it inconsistent. And all this as he continues with the military onslaught. Here's more in our next report.
Emergency services worked through the night in Odessa to put out massive fires. Russian bombardment on Thursday night ignited garage facilities and several private houses. Russia also struck a Ukrainian munitions factory in Kharkov. There's also no end to charges and counter-charges on deal violations amid continued attacks on energy infrastructure. Russia released images of an attack on a metering station in Kursk, blaming a Ukrainian HIMARS strike besides rockets and drones fired. The Ukrainian state gas and oil operator blames the Kremlin for a similar attack. Beyond the ground developments, Russia and Putin continue their realpolitik. With a spring in his stride, the 72-year-old Russian president was on board nuclear submarine Arkhangelsk on Thursday in an undisguised rebuff to Zelensky's "Putin will die soon" comment. At evening tea on board with the crew, Putin floated the idea of a new temporary administration in Kyiv. Facilitating democratic elections in the country was his pitch, as he again questioned the legitimacy of Ukraine's current leadership.
In principle, it would be possible under the auspices of the UN, with the United States, even with European countries, of course, with our partners and friends, to discuss the possibility of introducing transitional administration in Ukraine.
Putin was emphatic enough, reiterating in plain terms that it was advantage Moscow all the way on the battlefield and in the strategizing war rooms.
On the entire front line, the strategic initiative is completely in the hands of the Russian armed forces. The Luhansk People's Republic has been liberated on 99% of its territory. Donetsk, Kherson, Zaporizhia over 70%. Our troops, our guys are moving forward and liberating one territory after another. One settlement after another, every day.
Anything to solve all problems, that's Putin's line as he welcomes steps taken by the Trump White House. Underscoring though that the original causes that led to the conflict in the first place must go first. Europe, he said, was trying to play a double game at Russia's expense.
By the way, we are ready to work with Europe, but they are acting inconsistently. They always try to lead us around by the nose. But it's okay. We've become used to it. I hope that we won't make any mistakes based on excessive trust in our so-called partners.
Ukraine has rubbished the bravado. European leaders agreed in Paris on Thursday to ramp up rather than lift sanctions against Russia. Britain and France have even put out plans to send what they called a reassurance force after a peace deal is struck. The only thing is, on the ground and across diplomatic tables, there are few signs of things taking real shape and agreements being followed. Bureau Report, WION World is One.